Okay, so hi guys. Hi. So we are officially okay, ugh, let me explain what's going on. I told you guys it's a lot of shows I want to talk about. It is so many shows. It's like overwhelming sometimes because I don't know how to get them all posted. Like I really like the rhythm of posting like episode after episode, week after week, kind of like how TV used to be, then taking a little break, then coming back to that show. Like how I've been doing with the Desperate Housewives thing. If you guys have not checked out my Desperate Housewives videos, please go check those out because that is like one of my favorite series that I'm doing right now. So anyways, I know you guys have been literally asking me to talk about And Just Like That. So I do want to talk about the second Sex and the City movie. I don't know how that's going to come about because talking about Sex and the City, it seems like it's getting harder and harder. A lot of creators are kind of complaining about the same thing where like they're taking down those videos. They're either taking them down all the way or they are demonetizing those videos. So this series is going to go one or two ways. If they let me, I'm going to try to format them the exact same way as I formatted the Desperate Housewives videos where they're like reaction style. If not, then I may just have to like have this as my background screen and talk about it and it just be like this format. And I know that's a little more boring, but I really do want to talk about And Just Like That. And I know you guys have been dying, like it's been years at this point. You guys have been asking me to talk about this show. So I figured it's kind of like it's now or never. Like I just go ahead and get started. And yeah, I hope you guys really, really enjoy this. So let's see where it goes. Let's see what they let me do. Really, really hope they just let me keep up. Like I'm going to try to make it not too many scenes, like some dialogue here and there. I'm going to try to not overdo it. And hopefully they'll let me keep it up. Let's see what happens.
Sierra loves TV. Yes, I made a theme song so that I can talk about all my favorite shows. Oh yeah. And this is just your disclaimer that this is not me talking about any of the actors themselves, but more so their characters. Please do not attack me in the comments. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, even those who disagree with me. But let's keep it friendly. All right, let's get started with the show.
I miss it.
Classic Miranda, already off the bat. I love it. I miss social distancing too.
We can't just stay who we were.
I think that's the theme already. They're sitting at the table. The girls are having their meal together, and the conversation is about aging. And this is very much Sex in the City, how we're used to. I have actually not watched Sex in the City since I posted that movie. In fact, when I posted the movie, that was like, I want to say it was like a few weeks after I had actually watched it. So it's been a minute. It's been at least, okay, let's see, guys. Let's see. Child, that was 5 months ago. So it's been a little over 5 months since I've even watched Sex in the City. So yeah, forgive me if some of what I'm saying might be contradicting because I literally have not watched it since then. But anyway, they're talking about, their age and that they don't have to appear younger and that it's okay for them to change and stuff like that. And I think that that's the message they're trying to send to us. These characters are not going to be the same as the way we remember them. They're not going to be exactly the same anyway. Look at Carrie knowing how to work a cell phone. I mean, kind of seems obvious that she would at this point, but she, remember in the first Sex in the City movie, I know that's not where they left off anyway, but the first Sex in the City movie, she didn't know how to work the iPhone. I think that was like the 3G at the time. I have a cousin, my mom hates that I mention this every time I see her, but I have a cousin that looks exactly like her. And it's like one of my little, I don't know. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. She looks I'm talking about identical. Like they could literally be I'm not going to lie. When I was a kid, I thought that she was her because of how identical they look. Like they have the same color eyes. They have the same color hair. Their smile is very identical. So yeah, that's just a little fun fact. So they keep mentioning Samantha because I just felt like to me, it just seems like they felt like they have to already get it out the way. Rightfully so, because I mean, I remember when this season was coming out and everybody who knew about it was talking about where is Samantha? Is Samantha going to be in it? Because I'm not going to get into it. You guys know how I am. If you've been here a while, if you're new here, I'll just tell you, I don't like to get into real people and their lives and drama and all that. There's plenty of other channels that like to dissect stuff like that. I just don't really feel like I'm the person to do it, and I wouldn't want nobody doing that to me, so I just don't do it to other people. If you know, you know. They are addressing that Samantha is in London and that's why she's not with him. One thing I just don't necessarily like is that like it's this energy like they ended on bad terms, which kind of mimics, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't personally like that, but maybe it's like they felt like they had to do that. There's actually a podcast talking about each episode, I believe, with the people who are actually writing for the show. I need to give that a listen because I would like to hear their perspective on why they chose to go about it this way. Big and Carrie are living their fantasy life. I think they're different in certain ways where, you know, Carrie is cooking now. Carrie's cooking in the kitchen. And you remember specifically multiple times she said throughout the series before that, you know, she used her stove as storage or her oven as storage. So that's different. And Big is, you know, being Big, you know, he's charismatic and they're just having a really good evening in the kitchen. Carrie mentions to Big that Charlotte wants her to attend Lily's recital and he agrees to move their date. They're supposed to go out to the Hamptons or somewhere they're supposed to go, and he agrees to move it so that she can be there. I was first introduced to her in The Morning Show, which honestly is another show at some point I feel like I want to talk about because it's really, really good. Yeah, she did fantastic at that show. So when I saw her in this, I was like, oh yeah, this is perfect.
My comment had nothing whatsoever.
I was like, wait a minute, Miranda, I don't remember this. Where are we going with this?
You signed up for this class because I'm black?
A brown nose. Oh, help us.
Do I look like someone who attaches any significance to hair?
Stop talking immediately. She's me. And he's me a little bit too. Stop talking. I think what this scene does though is kind of emphasize, I think it's obvious. I don't really think it needs a ton of explanation, but like, you know, the older generation is having or has been having a hard time with pronouns and like how to speak in this new world, how to adapt to the way that my generation especially is like changing language. I think it's accurate. And I know a lot of people from my generation get really upset. But to me, and I think I speak for a lot of people in the community, based on people that I've talked to in the community, like, it's not about being perfect 100% of the time. It's about the effort that you're putting into being respectful. Any community, POC, Black community, LGBTQIA+, you know, it's just about making that effort to be as respectful as you can. And I think that, you know, Miranda, I definitely think she wants to be, but it's giving her anxiety because she doesn't want to come off a certain way, but she's kind of coming off that way anyway because, you know, she's a rambler. And I relate to that in the way that, like, I'm a rambler too, which is why I'm doing this channel. But anyway, I was so happy when I found out that Sarah Ramirez was going to be on this show because she was great in Grey's Anatomy. Loved her so much as Callie. She is non-binary, guys, so trying to be extra respectful of those pronouns. And I believe at this point, I did look it up just to verify, but she goes by she, her, they, them. So yeah, just a little side note there. But yeah, so happy to see her on the show.
Woke moment.
Yeah.
That's sending me. Woke moment.
Woke moment.
That's sending me.
I would like to buy a vowel, please.
Miranda, are you good? Oh, she's got a little pin that says Black Birth Matters. Is this normal? Maybe this just doesn't exist like in my circles, but like, I'm like, is this normal?
You better step your up.
Well, I know she couldn't wait to get off that ride. I will say, like, sometimes, yeah, when you're not, like, I think personally, like, I am a talker, but I definitely feel like my writing is way better than my speaking.
Do you masturbate? I have to step my up.
Yep, I can pretty much go the rest of my life without hearing Carrie say that again. Why do I not remember this? Why do I not remember this?
Pretend I'm not here.
Why am I blanking right now? I do not remember this scene.
That's some Bridgerton shit there.
Carrie's off to the recital to see Charlotte's daughter Lily perform.
She looks like a little Edie Beale.
Honey, not now?
I know people don't really like it, but I kind of like all the jokes that they're making about their age. I kind of am enjoying it.
Thanks.
Oh my god. Miranda and Steve's son? I'm telling you, he looks like the perfect combination of them both.
Hey, good looking. Oh, we're not in the same place.
What do you say?
Steve can't hear.
We can't stay who we were, right?
And that's another nod to like the theme, I think, of this, like their intro to this reboot is that none of these characters are going to stay exactly the same as they were as we remembered them.
Not hot.
I like how for most of the ones that he said they weren't hot, they didn't even show their face. That was a nice little touch there.
This far back.
Oh my gosh, she's going to be a nightmare.
Give that to Black Charlotte.
Oh goodness. Steve took his hearing aid out.
Me for this 45 minutes.
All right, so I'm assuming most of you probably really want to know how I feel about what happens next. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't got it in me. I have been circling the drain, thinking to myself, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to talk about this? How am I going to... I can't, guys. I really can't. I cannot suffer this again. So here's what happened. Before this season came out, originally, around that time, like, I refused to be exposed to any spoilers. Like, I was doing everything in my power. Anytime I even saw the word and or that, I was avoiding it, okay? Because I refuse to have any spoilers. That's how I was about The Bear, too. The Bear season 4 that just came out. I had no idea that this was going to happen. So, when this is happening, I got the sense that something bad was going to happen, but I didn't know what it was. And then it's not just that Big passes away. It's the way he passes away. And it's the way that it's so realistic that it literally, like, I'm not even playing with y'all. I feel traumatized. I feel like I cannot watch it again. They broke me with that. They broke me in half. It's the way, I think I saw somewhere where somebody was like saying that he waited until Carrie got back to fully pass away. And that right there took me out. Please don't hate me. Do not make me. I don't want to watch that. Like, I cannot watch it again, guys. I did not even expect to be that sad. But when I tell you, the first time I watched the big death scene, it was like weeks later and I was still thinking about it. I'm not saying that to be funny. I am being so serious. I take shows that I watch probably a little too seriously in the sense that, like, I really can feel all the emotions that the other characters are feeling and, like, I really feel it for them. So it was like weeks had passed and I kept replaying it in my mind. Like, it was driving me a little nuts. I was deeply disturbed and I refused to put myself through that again. I know that sounds crazy, but, like, I can't do it again. So I'm really sorry. And I know this word gets like overused, but like I'm a huge empath in the way that, like, if somebody else is in pain, I feel it very deeply. So yeah, can't go through that spiral again. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope that we're able to keep doing them in this style. If not, it is what it is. I'm still going to try to get through the rest of the episodes. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, please subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!